I'm Dr. Amit Kapoor from the Institute for Competitiveness, India. If you really look at the meeting and the kind of interactions we are having, it's about, say, Asian model for transformation of global economy. And if you really look at the transformation of global economy and what's going to happen, we'll really need to learn as to how really regions within a country are actually going to be performing. It cannot be a one singular way of saying that India is a country or Thailand is a country or Indonesia is a country that needs to be looked at as a tool for assessment or a region for assessment. We need to go a little deeper and try to understand that each of these countries is forming of regions and how these regions are doing. So we need to really go and look at a deeper debate as to how urbanization is happening, how various cities in these regions are actually growing, and how various states are actually performing. And of course, moving down to the various ideas of, say, the crisis that the world faces today is about energy, the sustainable development, and unique business models that need to be created. So I think the world will have to really talk about energy crisis, get those energy crises in managed, and then of course we really need to look at models which are going to be unique and inclusive. The session that I was just looking at was part of, was on healthcare, wherein we really have to understand that healthcare tomorrow will need to be understood and assessed from the idea of outcomes, rather than just talking about things like what's happening on the ground, what's the kind of diseases. So we'll really need to have ways in terms of business models which are going to talk about unique delivery mechanisms and so on and so forth. If we really talk about an example of India, it's very powerful to see that in India the basic problem is of accessibility, or really going to the doctor in the event of a disease or an onset of a situation or a disease. So if accessibility is a problem, we'll really have to create situations wherein accessibility is solved and resolved. So if we are not able to create models of this nature, I think the world's not going to be a happier place. And of course, when we talk about healthcare as well, it's going to be about prevention. It's not going to be about just taking care of things that have already happened. So I think the agenda is great. The world's going to see a lot of change in the coming 10 years or 20 years. That your economic challenges would be there. But then this economic challenge itself provides one of the tremendous opportunities in the world. Thank you.